So my favorite band came out with a new album recently, and it's called The Else, and it's by They Might Be Giants, and it's available right now on iTunes, and you can buy it. And there's also a CD version coming out in July, which is actually coming out on my birthday on July 10th. Now I thought I've had the album for a little while, so I thought I'd give a little video review for it, and I can just listen to it on my iPod and tell you how it's going while I'm listening to it. First track is called I'm Impressed. And it starts out with a steady kind of drum beat, kind of a driving sound. Really good rhythm to it. Part of the album was produced by the Dust Brothers, and it's really evident in tracks like Take Cash. Take Out the Trash is a really fun track on the album, and it makes a perfect first single if they are going to release singles from this album, which lately they haven't really been doing because they don't. They try not to rely on radio airplay or anything like that. They use a more kind of grassroots internet kind of promotion. Now, some of the They Might Be Giants fans I know have been John Flansburgh for his songwriting abilities, the lyrics. And, he's been kind of compared to Smash Mouth in a demeaning way, but, this song isn't really all that bad at all. The lyrics aren't as deep as John Linnell's writing style, but it's still not horrible. And the song's really fun to listen to, and it sounds like it would be really fun to see live. It's kind of more like a garage rock kind of sound. The third track on the album is called Upside Down Frown, and it's not really one of Linnell's strongest tracks.
You say you've got some very excellent news.
From what I read in an interview, they provided the Dust Brothers provided the backing track for it, and then the Johns built on that with music, and the song came out of that. I would compare it to some of their earlier songs, like the drum beat kind of sounds like Am I Awake, and the melody and lyrics sound like a song they did called I'm Your Boyfriend Now, which wasn't released, but it was available to some fans who subscribed to a service they had on eMusic. It's admittedly, I think this is one of the more filler tracks of the album, but it's not horrible, so.
I can't talk, I gotta go.
Climbing the Walls is really the best song of the album, in my opinion. It has a great chord progression, great guitar, great organ sounds, great lyrics from John Linnell. It's obviously a John Linnell song, you can tell from the lyrics, and he sings the song. Careful What You Pack is really a very pretty song, and from what I understand, they wrote it for a movie, maybe the upcoming movie Coraline, which they wrote the music for, and they had to get the song back to put it, and I'm glad they did, because it's really one of the high points of the album. And it, as a Flansburgh song, it really kind of destroys the notion that his songwriting is horrible lately. Captain is a really fun kind of rocking track on the album, and it's sung by John Linnell, and it doesn't really live up to his other songs particularly because of the line about smoking pot, which is just kind of dumb and out of place, and not really his best songwriting.
Looking away from me, 'cause you probably think that I'm high on pot, but I'm not. She's in love.
With the Dark is a really, really, really eclectic song, and it just goes all over the place. And
With the dark, she's in love with her broken heart.
it spans genres in a really fun way, and it's this great instrumentation. I think the song is pretty epic. That's how I would describe it. It just has like a really kind of rockish sound to it, but it's just all over the place.
I'm getting tired of all my notes.
Driving home from my
Shadow Government is another one of those non-deep songs by John Flansburgh. It kind of harkens back to the Boss of Me kind of sound, and it kind of touches on political things a little bit, you know. They usually haven't gotten political until very recently in 2004, when they their talents to things like Future Soundtrack for America, which was dedicated to bring George Bush out of the office, but that didn't really help, unfortunately.
my broken phone. Everyone is crying.
Bee of the Bird of the Moth is a definite highlight of this album, and the songwriting and the music, the instrumentation is just spectacular. I was originally a little disappointed from the inclusion of steelophone instead of guitar for the little riff that you hear all the time.
Catbug is a cat, but he's got bugness in
But
his veins.
that was definitely quelled because I think it fits, and
For human brains.
the brass instrumentation definitely makes up for all that.
Of the freak we'll call the bee of the bird of the
Withered Hope is a fun song. It's not one of the best on the album, but it has a good kind of beat to it, and it can get catchy.
You know.
Now, I was originally kind of dismayed that Contra Coup was going to be included on the album. It was written for kind of a challenge on an NPR show to include certain words in a song and have them published, just to have them be able to be in the dictionary. It just feels contrived, and it doesn't really live up to the rest of the songwriting song. It's interesting, all the songwriting is all that contrived, but like I said, it just feels a little contrived. Some of the lyrics are a little corny. Feign Amnesia is a really cool song.
Now I know just what to do.
I think it kind of pays homage to The Who and other kind of arena acts. It has this large bombastic sound to it, and it's just really fun to listen to. I'm sure it'd be a good live track. Good song to hear live. Now, the Mesopotamians.
We've been driving around from one end
is kind of like a theme song for a band in the vein of Hey Hey We're the Monkeys, and I find it a pretty good song to end on because it's just so happy and fun, and I like it when an album or a mixed CD or anything like that ends on a happy song and kind of has it up in that. Ends on a good note, a high note.
We're the Mesopotamians, Sargon, Hammurabi, Ashurbanipal, and Gilgamesh.
Now, you can get the album on iTunes now for $9.99, and or you can wait until the CD comes out on July 10th this summer. My birthday, by the way. And the CD will come with a bonus disc, a full-length bonus disc, full of songs, possibly from the podcast, which you should also subscribe to on iTunes. I'll have links, over there, that way. That's where the links are going to be. So I hope you enjoyed the review, and I hope you go check out the album, and check out the rest of their albums too. It's not one of their best, but I think it's a good album, and it might grow on me, so who knows.
I'm a Mesopotamian, Sargon, Hammurabi, Ashurbanipal,